Hey guys, TechAgent, we're back with more vintage headphones. Today we have the ReVox Synergy. Now, if you are an old school hi-fi enthusiast, you might know ReVox as a company. I mean, they used to be in business, they still are in business, but they used to be, in their limelight back in the 80s. And they used to do a lot of stuff when it comes to, just hi-fi in general. Now, ReVox stopped doing a lot of marketing in the modern age where marketing is the most. Now, ReVox still is in business. It's just that you don't see them that often anywhere. ReVox in the 1980s, just like a lot of Japanese manufacturers thought they needed to expand into headphones. Now, 1980 was a very interesting time for headphone because we saw this large emerging headphone market, especially from Japanese manufacturers. I mean, we saw a lot of them. So many companies in 1980. I mean, if you do some research, I mean, you can see a lot of them. But 1980 was a very interesting time, and I think ReVox saw an opportunity to expand into the headphone business and capitalize in Europe, because in Europe, there hardly were any companies. I mean, there was AKG, there was Sennheiser, there was Biodynamic. But that was pretty much it. I mean, there weren't any other known headphone manufacturers. So ReVox thought it's time, to do something when it comes to headphones. Now, they did not completely make a headphone from the ground up. They just went to Biodynamic, bought a DT990 chassis. They bought a DT990 transducer, and that was pretty much it. Now, as far as I know, ReVox made a total of 3 headphones in total with Biodynamic. One was the ReVox Synergy, one was the ReVox 3100, which the Amaron Home is a homage to the 3100. If you're a headphone enthusiast, you might know that, but if you're not, check it out, and you can see the design, the cues that have been taken from the 3100. Now, they also made the I don't know the model number, but that was based on the vintage DT440, which was the aluminium 440. So the ReVox made a total of 3 headphones, at least to my knowledge. And the ReVox Synergy was based on the 990, the 3100 was based on the 880S, and the other one was based on the 440. Now, coming to the ReVox Synergy, now, to me, the drivers, they're not exactly the same as the DT990 600 ohm, the DT990 Pro from the time. To me, they look a bit like a DT880, especially the back venting, but but that could have been variation. I'm not sure if they use constant drivers throughout the production. The ReVox Synergy also comes with a coil cable. We have, it goes into a 1/4-inch nickel plated. The cable itself is very, not the best cable out there. I mean, it's pretty much similar to the DT990 from the time period, but I'm just not a big fan of the way the cable feels. It's a bit too annoying. Now, when it comes to the pads, the original ReVox Synergy came with Velo pads. What I have right now is this. I bought this from a friend. So he said he found the DT440 pads to sound the best. The modern DT440 pads, not the older ones, because the older ones were super aural. So the modern DT440 pads have been put on this headphone, and it does sound pretty magnificent. I think the bass response, to me, for a vintage Biodynamic, is the best I've heard. It sounds almost even better than my Stax SR5 in terms of extension. So it's very respectable, the bass response out of this headphone. The impedance of this guy is 600 ohm. In fact, I have the original box with me. Here, as you can see, the original box, and at the back we have some technical data. So frequency range is 5 to 35. Impedance 600 ohm, dynamic transducers, polycarbonated diaphragms. Distortion, interestingly, they don't mention what kind of distortion, but that's less than 0.2%. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what you get in the box. So the ReVox Synergy, it is a very simple looking headphone. I'm personally not a huge fan of it, and I just find the design to be a bit plain. Nothing interesting about the design. The headbands, again, from the time period of the 990. I have put a new headband strap on this. This is not the original headband strap. I have the original strap, but it was flaking. So this is the article 9546 or something like that. I always forget that. So this is the original Biodynamic headband. But the overall build quality and stuff is exactly identical to the DT990, except one difference, which is now, as you can see, I can do this with the ReVox. There's this mechanism inside, but with the 990, after this you cannot do anything. This is the maximum position, but with this you can close it, but it doesn't stay there, which is a bit odd. Now, overall, as you can tell, I'm really at the loss of words, because there isn't much to say about this headphone. It's really simple. I mean, it's an OEM DT990 made by ReVox. Production was very brief. Overall, I think it's a great headphone if you're a biodynamic collector, if you're a biodynamic fan. I think the ReVox Synergy is a headphone worth having. They hardly come on classifieds. I think total in the entire internet, I think I've seen 4 to 5 classifieds overall, which is very less. I mean, it's a really hard headphone to come by. The ReVox 3100 on the other hand is even rarer, I think, because I haven't seen those in 5 years on sale. So both of these headphones are worth having if you're a biodynamic fan. They sound absolutely excellent for a vintage headphone, and I really like them. So this was the ReVox Synergy. I'll see you guys next time with more vintage headphones. Take it easy, and like always, have a good one. All right.